on this week's UBC From Here, taking automation to the next level.
To work with this kind of technology is to combine a little bit of fun, a little bit of education, a little bit of literature, and to be on top of the state of the art in terms of hardware. And in the end of the day is to sit and scratch your mind and write the software, the algorithms that need to run the hardware.
International recognition for engineering research.
I've been recognized as one of the 2 top PhD researchers across North America by the most relevant organization that could actually judge and assess my work. So it means a lot to me, and it makes me motivated to work even harder.
And collaborating to study sustainability.
Most of the environmental problems that society faces today require an interdisciplinary approach. So within Braze, we bring together researchers from those different disciplines to try and solve those problems. So we have researchers in all of the fields, ranging from humanities to the social sciences, natural sciences, and fine arts.
Hi, and welcome to this week's UBC From Here. I'm Rosemary Jean Thompson. A School of Engineering professor is on the cutting edge of mechatronics.
Every fun gadget you see out there has a little bit of control and automation. What we are trying in this lab is to use those fun stuff, advance them a little bit to deal with some of the real-world problems. Everything from a small toy robot can be augmented to act like a driverless car, a drone for monitoring our surroundings, our environment, and find some applications that can solve real-world problems. My name is Homayoun Najjaran. I'm an associate professor at the School of Engineering, University of British Columbia, Okanagan campus. To work with this kind of technology is to combine a little bit of fun, a little bit of education, a little bit of literature, and to be on top of the state of the art in terms of hardware. And in the end of the day is to sit and scratch your mind and write the software, the algorithms that need to run the hardware, all the instruments that you have put together. In this lab, we work on control and automation. We are not very peculiar and fussy about what kind of applications we are going to work. That allows us to work with a wide range of industries, industry partners, academic researchers. So anything that can be automated, we are involved in. If there is any piece that is dull, dirty, or dangerous, we can remove that need for human being in it and automate the system to be rid of the human intervention. If you really want to do a good job, you have to make sure that you are on top of the state-of-the-art hardware. If the technology used when I did my PhD 10 years ago is of no use, it's obsolete already. Even the hardware which was used 2 years ago is no good anymore. Because it's progressing, you can do much better things. As new technologies come, it opens the horizon for you. So you need to be on top of what is available there. In addition to core robotics and unmanned system research, we also work on micro-electromechanical MEMS applications in my lab. And the area that we would like to focus on is microfluidics. And microfluidics has enabled us to have desktop and benchtop chemistry and biochemistry research in a very small scale. That has a lot of advantages. One, to make the reactions faster. Second, to use much less expensive samples when we are running our experiments. It's a very fast-moving engineering discipline, and nobody can say what's going to happen. But what we can do is that just stay on top of the things and make sure that our research is relevant to today's needs.
Up next, a graduate student within the School of Engineering has received an international award for his work studying what makes the perfect weld.
Aerospace industry and automotive industry, they try to join materials, and welding is very important. It's the most common method of joining materials, and they all try to actually have perfect solid welds. But unfortunately, over a very short period of time during welding and at very high temperatures, some welding defects form that is costing these industries millions of dollars every year. My name is Najjaran, and I'm a PhD candidate of mechanical engineering at the University of British Columbia, Okanagan campus. Maybe people are not familiar with welding that much, but welding is involving so many sciences. Like, you have to know solid mechanics, you have to know fluid mechanics, you have to know metallurgy, you have to know heat transfer. It's like a very small science, and that's why I loved it. And I've actually dedicated all of my research last 10 years in welding. The goal of my research is hopefully to contribute to the science of welding, to understand the cause of welding defects a little bit more, and hopefully at the end of my project to be able to modify welding parameters to reduce the risk of welding defects. Because these defects happen over a very short period of time and at very high temperatures, therefore, like, experimental methods are not able to go deep into the details. So I would say developing a model in the scale that I'm working on is very new, and it hasn't been done before. The model that I'm developing is made of 4 different stages. The first module is the thermal analysis module, in which we simulate the temperature distribution during welding. And in the second stage, we model solidification of the semi-solid weld to create a 3D microstructure of the semi-solid weld. Then we take that semi-solid structure and we go to the next stage, which is the thermomechanical stage, in which we simulate the mechanical interaction between the semi-solid weld and the base metal to simulate the deformation of the semi-solid weld. And then at the last stage, which is the modeling of formation of defects, we analyze the fluid flow within the semi-solid weld to model formation of defects. 3 first modules are successfully finished, and I'm working on the last one. We've accomplished a lot, in my opinion, because for the first time we created the 3D microstructure of the semi-solid weld. And this microstructure is unique because it's in 3 dimensions, first of all, and it's in a multi-scale, which means you can see it in the microscale, mesoscale, and also macroscale. I've received different awards, but the American Welding Society Research Award means a lot to me because I've been recognized as one of the 2 top PhD researchers across North America by the most relevant organization that could actually judge and assess my work. So it means a lot to me, and it makes me motivated to work even harder.
Be the person.
Be the person.
Who knows how to watch out for their friends, especially those under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
Who stands up to rape culture and avoids using offensive, sexually inappropriate language.
Who understands what sexual assault really is, which includes any unwanted sexual contact or activity.
Be the person.
Be the person.
Be the person.
Be that voice. Be the voice of Sarah.
A group of researchers, students, and collaborators and partner organizations are working together to advance research and teaching in the area of conservation and ecology.
Most of the environmental problems that society faces today require an interdisciplinary approach. So within BRAISE, we bring together researchers from those different disciplines to try and solve those problems. So we have researchers in all of the fields, ranging from humanities to the social sciences, natural sciences, and fine arts.
I was one of the founding members of the Institute, which was very cool. And I think, again, I was brought on as the theoretician, so as that other angle that often doesn't get thought of. So my connection with the Institute is very much as someone who's got a tool that can be used across levels in biology, and who has an interest in biology and an interest in using these tools.
BRAISE is all about collaborations amongst researchers with a broad range of skills and expertise. My research, as a biodiversity researcher, as a landscape ecologist, I can bring in expertise regarding how landscape spatial structure, the spatial configuration of habitat elements in the landscape influences organisms, their survival, their persistence, and collaborating with others who may have other areas of expertise. That allows us to get a bigger, more holistic picture of the problems at hand.
The Braze Institute is a collection of about 25 faculty members from UBC Okanagan and all of our graduate students and postdoctoral associates. And together we work on problems related to environmental sustainability, conservation, ecology, and resource management.
My research falls in the area called mathematical biology, which means that I use mathematics to answer biological questions. I really enjoy the collaborative part of the work, and I have to collaborate because my models don't make any sense if I just work on them theoretically with no contact with a biologist.
What I think Braze has going for it is that we are a smaller university that's been embraced by the community so much, and we have these intimate, partnerships with the region, with the city, with provincial stakeholders, with NGOs in the region, and I think it allows us that much more direct interaction and collaboration that similar institutes at other bigger institutions might not enjoy.
The research that we do is important because our well-being as a society depends on having a healthy environment. And more it's becoming clear that if we don't take care of our environment, then that will reflect on us, on our own health and well-being. In the future, I'd like Braze to become the place to come to for scientific expertise related to environmental sustainability. And I think that we'll become known within the province and internationally as a place that brings together researchers from different disciplines and that collaborates with our non-academic partners in order to resolve important environmental issues.
My best friend Paul that I met in summer camp, I lost him in the battle of mental health.
My mom was hit by a car on my 18th birthday.
I realized depression runs in my family when my cousin Jack took his own life.
He couldn't find help, and it was too late.
After the accident, everything fell apart. I lost control.
I didn't realize I was depressed until it was too late.
I wish he could have found help sooner.
I wish I would have known where to find help.
I'm glad I was able to get help.
That's it for this week's show. For more stories from the Okanagan campus of UBC, visit ubco.tv. If you have any feedback about the show, we'd love to hear from you. Our email address is info@ubco.tv. I'm Rosemary Jean Thompson. Thanks for watching.